welcome back to my channel. I'm Aashi Adani and welcome to Makeup Basics Part 6. Today I will be talking about your brows and the rest of your face and how do you make it look perfect and have a proper blush, highlight, bronzing action going on. And let's get started. So let's start off with brows. Your brows are like the most important part. It is something that will define your face. It is something that will make your face look symmetrical, I want to say. And also, if you're doing a no makeup look, or if you're not putting any makeup, it's just important to keep your brows well groomed and well defined. So let's get started. Now for your brows, the first thing that you need to know is your brow color has to be the same as the color of your roots or the color that's falling on your face. Now if you are someone who has super dark brows but like blonde hair, it's just going to look funny. So always make sure to go as light as you can with your brows if you have blonde hair, and depending on the color that your hair is, please change your brows accordingly. Obviously if you have ombre red and stuff here, you don't need to make your brows red, which is why I say like the top part of your head, whatever color that is, keep your brows of that color. Secondly, now the different types of brow products available in the market, there are so many. Let's start off with the most basic type, which is your pencil, your eyebrow pencil, which is a little bit of a stick which looks like this. It's a little waxy and you just draw nicely on your brows. If you're a beginner, I would highly recommend just using this. Another thing that you have is your brow pomade and something that you dip into. Now that is a little liquidy, it's not complete powder, and it just is much more darker as well. So if you make a mistake, there are chances that you might mess it up. So I don't prefer a pomade. And something that you can use, like something like this, is from My Glam. It's just powder. Okay, so they give it to you in the stick form, but it's just powder and you can like blend it like it's proper powder. So you can use this, or something that I use for the longest time is a dark brown or a black eyeshadow. All you need is taking an angular brush, dipping it in your eyeshadow and just like go along with your natural hair. So all you need to do is just take a pencil. You want to make sure you draw a very rough outline to show, like to just define where you want your brows and how do you want them to look. Fill it up with your pencil in short strokes, or your pomade or your shadow. Just use anything, but just make sure you do it in small strokes with a very light hand to make sure it's not too dark. You can always build it up, but I mean it's just better to keep it light that way. And lastly, just take a little bit of a spoolie and shape it and make it look more even together. Yeah, that's about it. That's how you have like the perfect brow. Now let's move on to your face. Now this part of your face is very important. A lot of people want to avoid it, but I mean, you have put foundation, you have put concealer, your face looks like one blank canvas. You need to add colors and different things to add features to your face basically. Now you have your blush, bronzer and highlighter. Your blush is something that you put in the center of your face. It is just to bring back some life, some healthy glow to your skin. I like to use a orange or a light pink sort of a blush for my skin tone. I mean, if you're much lighter than I am, go for only pink, and if you're much darker than I am, then you can go for more oranges and darker pinks. I prefer like a medium orange or a light pink for my face. Just smile really hard and take it on a brush, put it on the apples of your cheeks and go in that line towards your hairline. Don't go up or down, just keep it in that one particular line and blend it till it looks very natural. I also like to add some of it on my nose just to not make it look very different. It looks like your whole face is blushing. So that's about it. So some of my favorite blushes is the Maybelline Cheeky Blush. I also like My Glam's Chisel It palette, and the blush that I've used here is from MAC. Other forms of blushes are your liquid drops or your cream blushes and mousse blushes. Now that is something that is very difficult to blend when you're a beginner. It is something that looks very natural and it's I think that kind of stuff looks well with your no makeup. I think once you have like a full face of makeup, only your pigments and your powders work well, because I feel like if the formula is not right, it will take foundation off of your skin. So just stick to powders and it's just going to look perfect. Next thing, moving on to highlighters. Highlighters obviously looks very pretty and everybody is just loving them these days. Your highlighter is basically to make your skin glow wherever the light hits. Okay, so you want to put it on the highest points of your face. Highest points is like your cheekbones, your nose, your eyebrows, your chin, and the cupid's bow. These parts are these are a little lifted than the rest of your face, which is why light will hit and you want them to glow. So you can use a fan brush or you can use a tapered brush. You can use either. Just put it nicely and blend it towards your hairline. It's just going to look perfect. Now there are lots of tones of highlighters that you can use. If you're on the fair skin tone, you can use more white or silvery undertone highlighters. If you're my skin tone, I prefer rose gold or champagne. And if you're darker, there are bronzy shades of highlighter as well, which you can definitely find in a beauty store. So find your right shade and just glow away. Some of my favorite highlighters, Maybelline's Master Chrome. For liquids, I do like this My Glam Spotlight Highlight. I also like My Glam's Chisel It palette. It has a good blush and the highlighter is really good as well. I mean, as you can see. NYX also has this Born to Glow palette, which is really amazing. It has all the shades, so if you can't use some of them, you can always use it like in your eye makeup and stuff like that. Moving on to bronzing up your face. Now this is something to bring back color to your face. Like a lot of friends of mine have asked me stuff like, why would you want to look darker when you have a lighter base? It's just to make your face look more natural. It's to bring out some color in your face. You don't want to look like a skeleton or a ghost. You want to look like someone who has features. Now bronzing and contouring are pretty similar things. Okay, your contour is just much more intense. Your bronzing is just doing it very lightly all over your face to make it look more natural. You want to make like a fish face and just put it there on your jaw and on your forehead. So you're kind of making the number 3. Going to slim down all the areas because they're the shadows that you're creating. Your bronzer also comes in a cream form and a powder form. Again, I do prefer the powder only because it's just much easier to blend, and if you are someone who wants it quick and wants it done easily, just creams are just more intense and so it's a little difficult to work with, which is why I just prefer powders because they're just so easy to blend. If your bronzer goes a little too low, you want to take your banana powder or your compact powder and just fill it in the middle, define your cheekbones a little more.
Action.
Some of my favorite bronzers, again, this has this bronzing shade which is really nice for like my skin. It's quite sheer, so it's nice, you can build it up. Another bronzer is this Palladio's bronzer. It's a little intense, it's a little warm as well, so that's nice. And don't go for a shade which is too warm because that will just look too chalky. And if you're a makeup artist, you can always buy something like this, like a shade and light palette or by Anastasia. Is by NYX. It has a couple of shades. Now these two are pretty warm, these two are pretty cold, so you can use something like this. And yeah, that's about it. I hope this video was helpful. Please like the like button if you like this video, subscribe to my channel and let me know what part of this was your favorite. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.